Imagine one morning you wake up and the simple act of getting out of bed feels heavier than it used to. Walking across the room takes more effort, climbing a few stairs leaves you short of breath, and carrying groceries suddenly feels like a challenge meant for someone much younger. What's happening here isn't just normal aging. It's something far more alarming, a silent thief stealing your strength year after year. By the age of 80, nearly 1/3 of your muscle power can vanish if nothing is done. And when that happens, independence slips away. Falls become more likely. Recovery from illness slows down. Tasks you once did effortlessly start to feel impossible. This hidden decline doesn't just attack your body, it quietly threatens your freedom, your confidence, and the way you want to live the rest of your life. Wisdom beyond 60, dear everyone. I'm asking you this. What if I told you that weakness after 60 is not inevitable? That you are not destined to grow frail and fragile? What if there are simple, everyday choices already within your reach that could decide whether you spend your later years depending on others or walking strong, free, and proud? This isn't just another health lecture. It's the key to taking back control of your body, no matter your age. The shocking truth is that most people never hear about this until it's too late. They assume getting weaker is just a natural sentence of aging. They accept aches, fatigue, and the loss of balance as though they are unavoidable. But let me assure you, they are not. Science has revealed something extraordinary. Muscle decline can be slowed, stopped, and even reversed. Not with expensive powders, not with complicated supplements, but with the right fuel. Fuel that's been sitting in plain sight on grocery store shelves the entire time. This is where the story gets interesting. Imagine being able to hold your grandchild without worrying your arms will tire. Picture walking up that hill in the park without pausing halfway to catch your breath. Visualize opening a jar, carrying your bags, or standing tall and steady, all because you chose to nourish your body in a way that works with it instead of against it. That possibility is real, and I'm about to show you exactly how to make it yours. But before we dive deeper, I need to pause and ask for your support. If you find this message speaking to you, if you care about staying strong, independent, and full of life, please take a moment right now to hit the subscribe button. That simple action gives our channel the motivation to keep creating videos like this, filled with the wisdom and knowledge you deserve. Together, we can build a community where strength after 60 isn't just a dream, it's a reality we create for ourselves. Now I want to hear from you, because your voice matters here. Think about this question. Which fear weighs heavier on your heart? A, losing your physical independence and relying on others for simple tasks. B, living many more years, but without the energy and strength to enjoy them. Drop your answer, A or B, in the comments below. Your response will not only help you reflect on your priorities, but it will also connect you with others in our community who share the same concerns. Let's see how many of us feel the same, and let's start the conversation about what truly matters in life after 60. As we grow older, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. The body does not process nourishment the same way it once did. After 60, every meal matters more than most people realize. The very same foods that kept us strong in our 30s and 40s no longer deliver the same results in our later years. The reason lies in how our muscles respond to protein. With age, the body becomes less efficient at turning protein into strength. This means you could be eating enough food, even what seems like a healthy diet, yet your muscles are not receiving the signal they need to repair and rebuild. That is why protein becomes the golden key after 60. It is not just another unit on a checklist. It is the foundation that determines whether you maintain energy, balance, and vitality, or watch them slip away. What many people don't realize is that protein is not only about muscles. It is about resilience. Protein supports the immune system, helps maintain bone density, and fuels the body's natural repair work. Without enough of it, wounds heal slower, infections linger longer, and fatigue takes over. The sad truth is that too many seniors reduce their protein intake without noticing it. Smaller appetites, difficulties in chewing certain foods, or even financial concerns quietly push protein-rich meals off the plate. Over time, this creates a perfect storm. weaker muscles, fragile bones, and a body less capable of defending itself against illness. But here is where the story turns hopeful. You don't need luxury cuts of steak or expensive powders advertised as miracle solutions. The science is clear. What your muscles need can be found in simple, affordable, everyday foods. Protein works like fuel for the engine of your body, and after 60, when the engine is no longer brand new, you need to make sure the fuel is both steady and high quality. Each gram counts more than ever before. Every bite of protein becomes an investment, not only in your strength, but in your independence. Imagine your muscles as a house. When you were younger, they had strong walls and a firm foundation. Over the years, small cracks begin to appear. Without repair, those cracks spread until the walls are too weak to support the roof. Protein is the worker that fills the cracks and keeps the foundation strong. Without enough of it, the structure fails. With enough of it, the house stands tall for decades more. That is why every senior must see protein not as an optional add-on, but as a daily act of maintenance for the body they live in. Another point to understand is timing. The body after 60 benefits more from consistent, moderate doses of protein spread throughout the day rather than one heavy serving at night. A boiled egg in the morning, beans with lunch, and a cup of Greek yogurt in the evening can do more for your muscles than one large steak on Sunday. The steady flow of amino acids tells your muscles to keep repairing themselves. It's like keeping a fire burning with small, steady logs, rather than waiting until it's nearly out and then throwing on a huge pile of wood. The deeper lesson here is that health after 60 is not about doing more, but about doing smarter. You don't need extreme diets or expensive routines. You need to make thoughtful, consistent choices with food that respects what your body requires now. And at this stage of life, protein is the one element that stands above the rest. It rebuilds what time tries to take away. It restores not only strength, but confidence. It ensures that the hands that hold your loved ones remain steady, that your steps remain firm, and that your spirit remains free to do what you love. So the question is simple. Are you giving your body the building blocks it needs every single day? The answer could decide not just how long you live, but how well you live. When people think about protecting their muscles after 60, they often imagine costly supplements or complicated diets. But the truth is much simpler and far more encouraging. Some of the most powerful foods for rebuilding and protecting muscle are the ones you walk past in the grocery store every day. They don't need fancy labels or inflated prices. They are humble, affordable, and astonishingly effective when made part of your routine. Let's take a closer look at 7 everyday foods that can quietly transform the strength and stability of your body. The first is canned sardines. Many turn up their nose at their strong flavor, but inside that little tin is a treasure chest of nourishment. Sardines deliver over 20 grams of complete protein per serving, the kind of protein your body can fully use to rebuild muscle tissue. They also bring omega-3 fatty acids, which calm inflammation that breaks down muscle fibers over time. Their edible soft bones add a dose of calcium, strengthening your skeleton so your muscles have a firm frame to work with. What makes them invaluable for older adults is not only their nutrition, but their convenience. They sit ready in your pantry, needing no preparation, always available when energy is low. Patients I have worked with who simply added sardines once or twice a week often reported better grip strength, steadier walking, and renewed energy. Next is cottage cheese, a food often overlooked as old-fashioned, but in reality, one of the most potent muscle allies. 1 cup carries more than 20 grams of protein, most of it in the form of casein, a slow-digesting protein that feeds your muscles for hours. This is critical because as the body ages, it becomes less efficient at using protein all at once. A gradual stream of amino acids ensures nothing goes to waste. Eating cottage cheese before bed takes advantage of the body's natural repair cycle during sleep, making nighttime a powerful window for muscle recovery. Beyond protein, it offers calcium that pairs with its muscle benefits to keep bones resilient. Full-fat versions allow better absorption of vitamin D and other nutrients. Whether enjoyed plain, with fruit, Blended into smoothies or used in recipes, its strength lies not in novelty, but in steady, repeated use. The third is lentils, one of the least expensive yet most nourishing staples you can buy. A single cup cooked provides around 18 grams of protein along with iron, magnesium, and B vitamins, all essential for muscle health. Iron in particular prevents the kind of lingering fatigue that makes even small tasks exhausting. Lentils also contain leucine, an amino acid that signals the body to begin muscle repair. While not a complete protein on their own, pairing them with grains or nuts during the day creates a full spectrum of amino acids. They are easy to prepare, needing no soaking, and red lentils cook quickly for those who prefer softer textures. Their fiber not only aids digestion, but also lowers inflammation, ensuring your muscles receive the nutrition you consume. For just a few dollars, you can prepare meals that sustain both strength and energy. Canned tuna is another underestimated powerhouse. It is one of the most concentrated sources of lean protein available at such a low price. For about $1, you gain over 20 grams of highly absorbable protein. This efficiency matters because digestion slows with age, and protein that the body can use immediately is a gift. Tuna provides all the essential amino acids without the excess fat and calories that can complicate metabolism in older adults. Its long shelf life and ready-to-eat nature make it perfect for days when cooking feels overwhelming. Mixed with olive oil and lemon, added to salads, or spread on whole grain bread, it is an adaptable food that removes every excuse for skipping protein. Eggs remain one of nature's most complete foods. Each egg contains 6 grams of protein of the highest quality, nearly all of which the body can use. The yolk, often discarded, is where half the protein and critical nutrients such as vitamin D and choline reside. These support both muscle function and the brain-muscle connection that keeps movements coordinated. Eating the whole egg provides not just fuel for muscles, but stability for balance and protection against falls. For just pennies per egg, they provide accessible strength for any meal of the day. Greek yogurt deserves its reputation as a champion food for older adults. Strained to concentrate its protein, it provides nearly 20 grams per cup. More importantly, it contains both whey protein, which acts quickly, and casein, which works slowly, giving muscles immediate support and sustained nourishment. Its probiotics keep digestion strong, ensuring your body absorbs the nutrients you work so hard to eat. Calcium strengthens bones, and plain full-fat versions avoid unnecessary sugar while aiding absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Whether paired with fruit, nuts, or used as a savory dip, Greek yogurt is a versatile, affordable tool for muscle protection. Finally, beans round out this group of 7. A cup of cooked beans provides around 15 grams of protein, along with fiber, potassium, magnesium, and iron. They are among the cheapest foods in existence, yet among the richest in benefits. While not complete proteins alone, when eaten alongside grains throughout the day, they provide the full set of amino acids your muscles require. Their fiber supports gut health, lowers inflammation, and regulates blood sugar, factors that indirectly but powerfully affect muscle preservation. Different varieties contribute unique benefits, from the antioxidants in black beans to the potassium in navy beans. By rotating beans in your meals, you unlock a wide spectrum of support for your body. Together, these 7 foods prove a simple but powerful truth. Protecting muscle after 60 does not require wealth or complicated plans. It requires choosing wisely, consistently, and embracing the everyday foods that quietly hold the power to keep you strong. The real challenge after learning about these powerful foods is not simply knowing their names. It's understanding how to make them part of daily life in a way that feels natural, enjoyable, and sustainable. Too many people imagine that changing their diet must mean throwing out everything familiar and starting from scratch. But the truth is, lasting change comes from small, thoughtful steps. It is the quiet consistency of adding just 1 or 2 of these foods into your weekly routine that creates the transformation, not some overnight overhaul. Think about it this way. If you cooked a simple pot of beans once a week, portioned it into small servings, and froze them, you would always have a protein-rich foundation ready to go. If you placed a few cans of tuna or sardines in your pantry, you'd never have an excuse to skip protein when you feel tired or pressed for time. A cup of Greek yogurt at breakfast or a scoop of cottage cheese before bed can fit into almost any lifestyle without feeling like a burden. These changes don't require more effort than you already spend preparing meals, but they yield results that accumulate silently and powerfully over weeks and months. The key is to look for moments in your day when it feels easiest to build a habit. For some, mornings are the best time. A boiled egg or a slice of whole grain toast topped with cottage cheese can set the tone for the rest of the day. For others, it might be lunchtime, when adding lentils to a salad or blending yogurt into a smoothie feels effortless. Even dinners can be adjusted with minimal effort. Stir sardines into pasta, make a hearty lentil soup, or pair beans with rice for a balanced, affordable meal. None of these adjustments require a gourmet kitchen or complicated recipes. They are about weaving nutrition into the rhythm of life you already live. And perhaps most importantly, it is not about perfection. Missing a day, forgetting a meal, or skipping a serving does not erase your progress. What matters is that you come back to it again and again until these choices become second nature. Muscles respond not to grand gestures, but to steady, repeated care. Just as a garden thrives not because of one heavy rain, but because of regular watering, your body flourishes with consistent nourishment. I have seen countless older adults fall into the trap of believing that healthy eating means bland, joyless meals. That couldn't be further from the truth. Cottage cheese can be paired with sweet berries or savory herbs. Beans can be seasoned with spices that bring warmth and depth. Sardines mashed into avocado with lemon become a creamy, flavorful spread. Eggs can be scrambled, boiled, poached, or turned into an omelet with vegetables. Greek yogurt can be topped with nuts, fruit, or even used as a base for savory dips. Food should still bring comfort and pleasure. It is not only fuel, but also a daily reminder that life is to be enjoyed. So ask yourself, what is one change you can begin this week? Maybe it's keeping a carton of eggs on hand. Maybe it's trying lentils for the first time. Maybe it's replacing dessert with a bowl of Greek yogurt and fruit. Small shifts like these may seem ordinary, but together, they form the foundation of extraordinary resilience. You do not need to chase expensive solutions. You need to embrace what has been here all along, the quiet power of everyday foods. When you look at your plate, remember that each choice is either strengthening your independence or allowing it to slip away. Choosing wisely, meal after meal, is how you preserve the freedom to walk with confidence, to lift with ease, and to continue living life on your own terms. The journey is not about restriction. It is about reclaiming vitality through simple, consistent action. And the good news is, that journey can begin today, right where you are, with the very next meal you decide to prepare. There comes a moment in every person's life when the question is no longer about how many years remain, but about what kind of life those years will hold. For many older adults, the quiet fear is not death itself, but losing the ability to live freely, to walk unassisted, to stand with confidence, to carry out daily tasks without leaning on someone else. The heart of this fear is muscle loss, and yet it is a fear that does not have to come true. The human body is remarkably resilient, even in later decades, and the strength you thought was slipping away can still be reclaimed with steady care. I have witnessed men and women in their 70s and 80s regain control over their lives by making small but consistent changes. Some who once struggled to rise from a chair began walking to the park again. Others who feared falling found balance they thought was gone forever. The shift did not come from miracle pills or costly therapies, but from the humble decision to nourish their muscles with the right foods and to persist day after day. It is proof that weakness is not an unchangeable destiny. It is simply the result of neglect that can be turned around with attention and persistence. This is why the conversation around muscle health must go beyond nutrients and recipes. It is about freedom, dignity, and the right to live on your own terms. When your body is fueled correctly, you reclaim not just energy but confidence. You stop dreading the staircase. You no longer hesitate to walk into town. You discover joy in being able to lift your grandchild without strain. These are not luxuries. They are essential pieces of a life well lived. The foods we discussed earlier are not just ingredients, they are tools of independence, each bite an act of defiance against decline. The other truth to understand is that progress rarely happens in leaps. It unfolds in quiet, steady steps. Muscles respond to consistency, not perfection. You don't need to change everything overnight. What matters is that you continue. Miss a day, return the next. Skip a meal, adjust at the next one. The body does not punish imperfection, it rewards persistence. Over weeks, then months, the difference begins to show not only in strength, but in how you feel about yourself. Energy levels rise, moods lift, and daily routines no longer feel like battles. And perhaps the most powerful reminder is that it is never too late. Even at 80, the body is still capable of responding. I have seen people who believed they were destined for frailty completely reshape their future by embracing simple, affordable habits. They move from dependence to confidence, from fear to freedom. Their stories are a living testament to the truth that aging does not mean surrendering to weakness. It means adapting wisely, fueling properly, and trusting in the body's ability to recover. So the question is no longer whether muscle loss will happen. The real question is, what will you do about it? Will you allow time to steal away your independence? Or will you choose, even now, to take back control through steady choices that cost little but give much? Every can of sardines, every serving of beans, every egg cracked into a pan is more than food. It is a statement that you are not done living on your own terms. The path ahead is not complicated. It is not unreachable. It is within your hands each time you sit down to eat. And the decision you make in those moments has the power to shape the life you live in the years still to come. Growing older brings wisdom, perspective, and a deeper appreciation for the small joys of life. But it also brings challenges that can sometimes feel overwhelming, especially when the body begins to lose the strength it once carried so easily. What many people don't realize is that muscle loss is not simply an unavoidable part of aging. It is a response to years of small choices, and those choices can be reshaped at any time. The foods we eat, the way we nourish our bodies, and the consistency of our daily habits hold more power than we often give them credit for. The truth is, even after 60, 70, or 80, the body is still capable of remarkable resilience. It can rebuild, repair, and grow stronger when we give it what it needs. This message is not about strict diets or expensive products. It is about reclaiming freedom through everyday decisions. A can of sardines, a serving of beans, a simple egg. These are not luxury items, but they hold the ability to restore balance and vitality. Each small act of choosing protein-rich, nutrient-dense foods is like casting a vote for independence, a vote for strength, a vote for living life on your own terms. It doesn't require perfection. It doesn't demand complicated schedules. It asks only for persistence, the steady willingness to show up for yourself with small steps, again and again. Over time, these steps build into something profound. The deeper lesson here is that health in later years is less about fighting time and more about partnering with it. Instead of wishing for youth, we can honor the present by giving our bodies what they truly need. This shift in mindset transforms aging from something to fear into something to embrace. Each meal becomes an opportunity not just to eat, but to invest in the future. Each bite of nourishing food carries with it the possibility of more laughter with loved ones, more walks in the park, more mornings waking up with energy to enjoy the day ahead. For you, the lesson is simple yet powerful. Do not wait for tomorrow to start. Begin with one small change today. Maybe it's swapping a sugary snack for a bowl of Greek yogurt. Maybe it's cooking lentils for the first time. Maybe it's adding an egg to your breakfast. These are not just foods. They are building blocks of strength, confidence, and independence. Your body will thank you, not just in the mirror, but in the way you move, the way you feel, and the way you continue to live fully. Now, I want to hear from you. Let me ask you a simple question. Would you rather add one new healthy food into your routine today, or wait until tomorrow to begin? Comment today if you are ready to take the first step, or comment tomorrow If you believe waiting will make it easier, your answer might inspire someone else who is watching to start their journey too. If you found this video meaningful, if it gave you hope or reminded you of your own strength, I invite you to support our channel. Please subscribe so you never miss new insights, leave a comment with your thoughts so we can learn together, and share this video with a friend or loved one who could benefit from it. Every bit of support helps us create more valuable content for you. From all of us here at Beyond 60 Wisdom, thank you deeply for spending your time with us. Your presence means the world, and your journey inspires us to keep going. Together, let's keep building a community of strength, wisdom, and courage, one day at a time.